Okay, good morning. So we'll get started with our warm-ups. So remember the initial warm-ups, what we do, we can do it on the chair, or you can sit on the mat if you're comfortable sitting on the floor. Okay, sometimes I do it on the chair, sometimes we can sit on the floor. Anything is fine. We do upper body warm-ups. Now let's start doing that, and we'll have a couple blocks handy if you need it later, and a chair for the balancing pose. So we'll do our regular class, and just wanted to share this. Today's meeting is recorded. Okay. And I'm going to put a spotlight on my screen so that way you all can see me clearly. I also have you guys projected on my TV here, big screen TV, so I keep seeing on the screen to see if you guys are doing, if you want to change or any modifications. Okay. You can hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. Turn off my phone here so it doesn't make any sound. If you're sitting on the chair, that's fine too. If you want to sit on the floor, you can always sit on a small pillow or a blanket. Sometimes that helps. Okay, if you don't want to use any props, that's fine too. Look at my blocks here. Sit comfortably, close your eyes. So again, sitting nice and tall. So even if you're in the chair, come to the top of the chair and then keep your feet on the mat and sit taller, just like we did on the Wednesday's class, okay? Just sit taller, couple shoulder rolls, and then pull the shoulders back, okay? Very good. And then drop the shoulders. Hands can rest on the thighs or knees, wherever it's comfortable. And then take a moment here, close your eyes, start to find your space here, find your focus, awareness to this practice. So we welcome ourselves here, physically, mentally, emotionally, just be here. And that might be an effort sometimes because our mind starts to jump to other thoughts. Just start to slow down here. Now the breath and the thoughts go hand in hand. The more we have thoughts in our mind, the breathing starts to get shallow. And that's why when we are worried, anxious, nervous, we have any fears, we start to breathe very shallow, and it aggravates all the negative emotions. When we start to bring the breathing slow down, it starts to slow down the mind, and it starts to calm those anxieties, calm those fears and tensions. It doesn't go away, it starts to handle itself better. So let's start this with 3 open mouth exhales. I like to do this in my class. Let's take a breath in through the nose, inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Very good. As if you're blowing a birthday candle. One more time. Inhale. Stretching that exhale out, okay? Inhale. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times at your own pace. And remember, you can do these all breathing techniques throughout the day whenever you want. Inhale. Very good. Close your eyes. Once again, start to notice the breath. Let the breathing slow down. Let the other thoughts come and go. Just bring your focus back to the breathing. It's like training your monkey mind, training a toddler to sit in one spot. That's not going to be easy. So it's going to take some practice to do that. Now, keep your eyes open or closed, whichever feels good. We are going to do sectional breathing today to begin our practice. Let's start with abdominal breathing. So these are 3 parts of the breathing process. Let's move our belly button with the breathing. So we start by exhaling, pulling the belly in, and then inhaling, let it expand. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Inhale, the belly expands. Very good. As much as you can. It doesn't have to be too intense. Very good. Each time you exhale, pull the belly in. And inhale, it just automatically expands. You can see if you can push that belly out as you inhale. Once again, exhale, pull in, and inhale. Very good. You can place your right palm on the abdomen. So to see that your abdomen is moving with the breath, okay? So if you want to move your abdomen in and out, so just kind of moving that abdominal muscles. It might be a little tricky because we never pay attention to this. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, pull the belly button in, and then inhale, expand. 1 more time. and release. One of the easier way to remember this is when you're taking a picture and you want to look so thin and you try to suck your belly in. So you kind of hold your breath, but you don't have to hold your breath here, okay? So kind of pulling that belly in when you exhale. Okay, we'll keep doing that more. Now let's bring our awareness to the chest, okay? Thoracic breathing, chest breathing. Now, you want to expand your chest. So imagine your chest is like a balloon. The more air you feel, the more it expands. It has a capacity to expand, okay? So inhale. Let it collapse. Inhale. Imagine a balloon. Inhale. Very good. 2 more times. Inhale. 1 more. Okay. That is thoracic breathing. Now, thoracic breathing is going to be a little tricky and difficult because we are constricted with our rib cage. So the lungs have to push the rib cage out. And that's why that's a practice. That's the exercise for the rib cage. There are tiny muscles around the rib cage which help them to expand and contract. Let's bring our hands to the shoulders. Inhale, raise the shoulders up. Exhale, lower it down. So again, you're expanding the upper parts of the lungs. Inhale up, exhale down. Again, synchronizing the breathing. Inhale and exhale. Two more times. Very good. And 1 more. And then release. Relax the shoulders. Let's take a couple breaths here. Notice how it feels here. So just observe. The sectional breathing activates all the parts of the lungs. Sometimes some parts of the lungs get dormant. They stop working because we never use them. The more we use them, the more our lung capacity increases, especially in Colorado, we need to do that more often. Okay, now let's bring our hands to the heart, interlace the fingers, some more breathing techniques. Inhale, stretch the arms out. Exhale, bring it in. Okay, synchronize the breathing. Inhale. Very good. Inhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. Very good. Bring your hands back to the heart. Now brush your face and reach your arms above your head. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, inhale. And 2 more. Inhale. 1 more. And slowly release. Very good. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Okay, let the shoulders relax. Now let's move our neck muscles up and down. Up and down. Very good. Very good. Now let's back to the center. And let's drop the right ear to the right shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder. Once again, drop the right ear and then drop the left. Once again, right and left. Just side to side. Okay. Good. Now let's come back to the center. Now let's turn the neck in the one side. So I'm keeping my shoulders facing front, okay? Just turning the neck as much as I can twist this neck part, neck muscles. Turning to the right and then turning to the left. Once again. Good, 1 more time. Nice, come back to the center. Nice, release that neck muscles. You can keep doing these neck movements throughout the day, especially at the end of the day. If you want, again, if you start to feel the stiffness coming in, okay? Bring your hands to the shoulders. Start to move the shoulders here. Shoulder rotation. Now start to bring the elbows closer and see if you can open them wide. As much as you can, okay? Now again, I repeat this in every class. I might do all these movements. If some movements don't feel good for your joints or any parts of the body, you can stop those or modify, change a little, go gentle, especially like the shoulder joints. Now, next time the elbows come closer, opposite direction. So yoga is a personal practice. So I may do something here and you may do the same thing on your mat, but it feels different in every body. So you want to listen to how it feels in your body. Okay, now come back to the center, release. Very good. Once again, let's relax the shoulders. Now we are going to take a side bend. Keep your left palm on the mat, right palm reaches up. Okay, give a nice stretch to the right side and take a side bend. Give a stretch. Come back up. And once again, take a side bend. Come back up and let's do that one more time. Reach, side bend, and come back. Release. Let's take it to the other side. Again, keep that right palm on the mat. Left arm reaches, give a side bend. Very good. Come back up. Once again, side bend. And let's do that one more time. Very good. Release. Relax the shoulders. Now, from here, let's take a twist. Any one side, okay? So we're twisting and looking over that shoulder. Come back to the center and then twisting and looking over the other shoulder. Very good. Let's take it to the same other side and both sides a couple of times at your own pace. Like that. Very good. Come back to the center. Keep back in neutral spine. Now release the legs. And let's come into our tabletop position. Okay. So find a tabletop position. So remember, you can always have a blanket under your knees. If you want to use a blanket, if you don't want to use the blanket, you can always double the mat here. If you don't have any padding, you can double the mat. That helps you to give a little padding. Now, once you're here, knees are under the hips, palms are under the shoulders. Okay, fingertips, fingers, and palms on the mat. Very good. Now, coming into that nice balance. Let's take an inhale, long spine. Exhale, curl the back. Okay. Inhale, stretch through the spine as if my spine is getting longer. Chin up. Tail is tucked out. Exhale, tuck the tailbone in. Chin to chest. Tuck the tailbone out as you inhale. And then pull the tailbone in between the legs as you exhale. Very good. Movement of the hips. Movement of the entire spine. Let's continue that at your own pace. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Pull the center of the spine up, down. Very good. Now, next time you exhale, let's meet back in neutral spine. From here, let's reach that right leg up. Point the right toes to the back wall. Keep it at the hip level. Opposite arm points to the front, okay? Now, this is a balance. So if it feels too intense, you can just reach the leg and stay here. Or the opposite arm reaches front. Key to balance is keep staring at a point. Very good. Something in front of your eyes. One more breath. Back to the center. Back to tabletop. Very good. Let's take it to the other side. Left leg reaches. Right arm reaches up to the front. Opposite directions. Again, keep stretching through the toes and fingers. Very good. Keep staring at a point. Nice work, everyone. Good balance. Back to the center. Come back to neutral. And then let's walk our hands and come into kneeling here. Very good. Coming into kneeling down position. And let's reach the arms up. Couple circles. Very good. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. Okay. Bring your palms to touch. Interlace the fingers and reach. A nice stretch. Very good. Now slowly release. You're going to take a side bending pose here. So you have a couple options again. You can stretch that right leg out. Now if this feels too intense for your hips, you can bend the knee. The toe is pointing outwards. Okay. Just kind of bending the knee. Right. Very good. Stay here. Nice tall spine. You can stretch the legs out if that feels good. Now once you're here, wherever you are, left arm goes up. Take a side bend. Come back up. Very good. Take a side bend. Come back up. Now the trick part of side bend is if you get tempted to bend forwards, you want to bend sideways. Very good. Now let's bend sideways and hold that stretch. Very good. Keep breathing. So even if you're here, you can support yourself here. Even if you're stretched your legs out, you can stay that side bend. Stay here. Nice. One more breath. And slowly release. Release, bring your knee back to the center, kneeling position. Knees are a little wide so that way you don't feel too wobbly there. Okay. Very good. Now, let's do that on the other side. Again, stretch that left leg out. Okay, now, you can always bend the left knee if you want, or stretch it out straight. Now, keep your hips facing front, right arm goes up. Take a side bend, come back up. Again, side bend. So if you don't bend the elbow, you're going to feel the stretch into the side body. Okay, side bend, come back up, and come back to the center. Now let's take that side bend and let's hold that stretch. Keep breathing. Very good. Stay here. One more breath. And gently come back. Release. And release the leg. Release. Come back to kneeling. From here, let's come into our tabletop again. Okay, fingertips, fingers, and palm. Once again, inhale, exhale, come on the back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Nice. Very good, meet back in center. Now, let's take our downward facing dog from here. For that, make sure you're keeping your fingertips, fingers, and palms on the mat. The reason is you want to spread your entire body weight on the entire palms, not just the wrist joints. And then the palms are under the shoulders, okay? Knees are under the hips. Tuck the toes in, keep the knees bent, and start to lift the hips up, pushing the hips to the back more. So this is a beautiful inversion. Keep your eyes open. Bicycle those legs, press the right heel, press the left heel. Now, if these inversions are making you feel dizzy, you don't want to do them, you can avoid them completely. Okay, we are going to stay here for just a few breaths. Once you bicycle those legs, you can feel the stretch into the calf muscles, hamstrings. Pressing the right heel, pressing the left. And then let's find a stillness. So we're going to hold this pose. Keep lifting the tailbone. Keep pushing the hips to the back wall. Very good. Nice work, everyone. Stay here. 2 more breaths. As if someone is lifting your hips up. Nice stretch. Full body stretch here. You also feel it in between your shoulders. Now slowly release the knees. And let's take a child's pose. The hips go to the heels and release. Close your eyes. Exhale out completely. Release. In this child's pose, couple breaths, reach the arms to the front, knees are wide. Take a nice space to breathe here. Notice the stretch into the back after that inversion. Very good. Now slowly come up. And we're going to move into standing poses. So let's move into standing. Press the right foot and the left and then come up here. Nice. Now let's move into standing. Let's start with our mountain pose. So mountain pose is like the basic foundation pose for all the yoga poses, especially the standing ones. Feet are wide. Lift the toes, press the toes, lift the heels, press the heels. Okay. Couple times. So just kind of getting that anchoring. Now I always say this, that keep your feet as wide as the hips and they're parallel. So sometimes we have a habit of standing in an misaligned way sometimes. So I want you to nicely place both the feet parallel. So you're putting equal weight on both feet. Heels, knees, and hips are in the same line. Now when I press through the toes, heels, and then arches, so inner and outer arches. So I'm kind of rolling my feet here just a couple times. And then I'm pressing through all those corners of the feet. And that gives me a little length. So what happens is your lower body is nicely anchored from the hips down. So I start to stretch my back heel. If your back is curled up, maybe a couple shoulder rolls. And see if you can stretch the crown up. Arms open, relax. Shoulders are relaxed. No tension, but just feel that engagement, that lengthening of the back muscles. Very good. You take 4 breaths here. See if you can feel that abdominal breathing here. So exhale, pull the belly in, and then inhale, expand. If you don't feel it, that's fine. Just 4 deep breaths. So you're engaging your abs if you're able to pull in that belly. Very good. Stand taller. Nice strength, nice grounding, and nice support here. How we feel in our physical body starts to reflect how we feel in our mind and our emotions. So the stronger we feel on the mat, the stronger we feel outside. Now open your eyes, press through those feet. Inhale, reach up through the arms. Exhale. Very good. Release. Now bring your hands to the heart, interlace the fingers, inhale, stretch up. Very good. Exhale, come back in. Now again, inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, see if you can reach the arm above the head. Very good. Come back down and one more time, reach. Very good. Slowly release. Come back to the center, release, relax the shoulders. One more shoulder stretch we are going to do here. Bring your palms to touch, elbows to touch. You can do it this way. Okay, sideways is easy. Or you can stretch the arms front if that feels comfortable. Inhale, open. I'm bumping into my bloods. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back in. Same thing. If you are doing it this way, inhale, open. Exhale. Very good. Once again, inhale. One more time. Inhale. Very good. Come back to the center and release. Once again, wiggle the arms, let them relax and release. So the more we move our arm and shoulders, it's also helping our blood circulation. Okay, now let's come here. From here, reach up the arms. Now this time I'm going to hold the palms closer and my pointer is pointing up. Okay, so reach through that one pointer, both sides, and then stretch the arms and take a side bend to any one side. Come back up. Once again, side bend to any one side. Come back up. And once again, side bend to any one side and come back up. Very good. Now, reach through those fingers, pointers, and take a side bend to the other side. Come back up. Once again, other side. Come back up and one more. Very good. Come back up and release. Very good. Release. That feels a lot of work for the shoulders, right? Wiggle the shoulders. Okay. Now, from here, let's put that side bending into a yoga pose and let's see if we can hold that stretch. So remember, when we repeat, it improves the flexibility. It starts to move a little more. And then when you hold, that's where we are starting to build the strength. Okay. So release the arms. Now, from here, right arm goes up. Slowly turn the palm at the shoulder level and then reach the right arm up. Okay. Now the left arm is relaxed. Right arm reaches here. My whole right arm is in straight line. When I feel ready, I'm going to take a breath in, exhale, side bend to the other side. So I'm bending sideways. Make sure you're not bending forwards or any other directions, just side bending. So even if you're not able to go too far, that's okay. You're still reaching through that right finger, right arm, and I feel that stretch into the whole right side. Ardha Kati Chakrasana, lateral bending pose. This strengthens the back muscles, strengthens the core, strengthens the torso muscles. Also works on your digestive system. So let's stay here for one more breath. Very good. Now when you feel ready, slowly come up. Push through those feet and then slowly release. Release the arms. Come back to the center. Very good. Now from here, let's take it to the other side. Left arm goes up. You already feel the difference on the right and left side. Left arm goes all the way up. Press through those feet. Other arm is relaxed. No tension there. Reach through that left arm. Take a breath in. Exhale, side bend. Now, once I exhale, I'm going to keep breathing continuously. No holding the breath here. Breathing, side bend. Stay here. Never hold your breath in yoga. You keep breathing wherever you're going. Okay, stay here. 2 more breaths. Now, when you feel ready, press through those feet. Slowly come up. Reach. And then slowly release. Release the arms. Very good. You feel the difference. Side body is getting all stretched. You can feel that stretch here. Very good. Let's keep our feet a little wide and let's stand in standing position. Relax in standing position. Just couple breaths. I want you to bring your focus to different body parts where you feel the sensations. And then I also want you to focus how the breathing changes. Maybe the breathing is different than when you before this stretch, and now it feels different. Let the breathing slow down. Let the heartbeat slow down. Very good. Now, from here, we're going to work on our balancing pose. So let's open our eyes, keep a chair handy. Now, if you don't want to use the chair, you can go near a wall or a table, side table, or anything which you can hold on to, something which does not have wheels, okay? Otherwise, you're going to just slide with those wheels. Okay. Now, we're going to start by working on our one-leg mountain today. So one-leg mountain is basically standing on one leg where we lift our arms up, but it's more of focusing on that balance, okay? We're balancing on one leg. Let's start with both the legs on the feet, both the feet on the mat, sorry, and standing taller in our mountain pose. So this is our regular mountain. We press through all the corners of the feet. So when you press, it engages the leg muscles. Holding that chair on the right side, I'm going to start to stand on my right leg, okay? And then keep staring at a point in front of your eyes. The moment I'm going to be on one leg, I'm going to keep staring at a point, okay? Stay here. Very good. Now, if this feels too much, you can have a block and keep your left foot on the block if you don't want to go all the way off the mat, okay? This way you're still standing taller on that right leg. You want to challenge yourself into balance here, so that you can tiptoe that on the block. Now keep holding that right hand on the chair. Stand taller. Keep staring at a point. Do not move your gaze. Find that steadiness. If you feel steady, left arm goes up. Very good. Now, find some time to get that steadiness. When you feel ready, if you feel okay, maybe the other hand tries to go up or maybe tiptoeing the fingers. Okay, you don't have to let go completely. If it feels good. Reach up, you can hold the palms. You can also bring your hands to the heart if you want. Very good. Keep staring at a point. Holding the chair if you want. Nice. Slowly release the arms. Release the legs. Feel that in the legs, isn't it? Supercharged, right? So it's just standing on one leg, but you feel it because you're putting your entire body weight. And remember, if you're doing this in the house and if you don't want to have a chair, you can always go near a wall. So when I'm doing the right side, and then when I'm doing the left, you can turn and use the wall that way if you want to, okay? So let's do that here. Already feel the difference on both sides. Standing on one leg helps our balance, triggers the balance centers in the brain. It also helps to work on our focus, alertness, concentrations, all those smaller, all those other, I wouldn't say smaller, important functions of the brain. Okay, now from here, standing on both feet, and then we are going to start standing on the left side. Again, I will keep my block here. If I want to keep my toes on the block, that is the option. Okay, standing on the left, keep staring at a point and coming into that one leg mountain here. You can tiptoe that right toes, or you can lift it higher and don't have a block, that's fine too. Now take some time here. Get steadiness, keep gazing at a point. Do not move your gaze. If it feels good, right arm can go up or you can bring it closer to the heart. If that feels comfortable, okay? Now, take your time, find the steadiness. If it feels okay, the other arm, let go the chair. Very good. Palms to touch. You can reach the arms or keep holding the chair. Good, stay here. One more breath. And then slowly release the arm. Very good. These, one side is really easier, not the other side, isn't it? So it is going to be different on both sides. Okay, let's stomp our feet a little. Let the blood circulation move here. Very good, just like march past, isn't it? March past. Very good. Now stop that movement. Let's bring our feet wide. Hands to the hips, couple circles. Very good. Loosen the hips here. Nice. And opposite direction. Okay, come back to the center. Very good. Meet back in center, release. Now, let's take a forward bending pose. Now, again, we are going to do a wide leg forward fold. We did this last time. Where our feet are wide. You can do it at the length of your mat if you want. I'd like to do it whichever way. I'm just showing you sideways here. But I like to keep my feet on the mat. Sometimes the carpet and the floor might be slippery. So keep that nice balanced feet. Now, a couple options again. If you don't want to bend forwards where your head goes down, if that makes you feel dizzy, you can have a chair or a table. You can go near a table and then give a stretch this way. So I'm kind of walking my chair away and I'm stretching my back here. So my back is still getting that same stretch here, okay? But my head is not going down, so I don't feel that dizzy here. So this is one option. I'm just showing the modification, okay? This is one option. Other option is where we go all the way down, where we keep the block there. And then you bend forwards and keep your palms on the block, okay? So we are going to eat whichever way feels good to you. And you can use the chair whichever way you want, okay? You can lower and use this part, or you can use the backrest, whichever feels good. Now let's start by standing with wide stance, how much ever wide it feels good. From here, reach the arms up, do a stretch, and then exhale, dive forward. So bend all the way. Arms can go on the block or the mat. You can also move to the chair and give a nice stretch. So whichever feels good, okay? Keep breathing. With each exhale, see if you can deepen the stretch. So lift the tailbone and the crown keeps reaching the mat. If you're on the chair, make sure you're stretching the spine here. So crown is trying to reach to the mat and the tailbone is trying to reach in the opposite direction. Very good. Keep breathing. This is a beautiful stretch through the hips. Nice. Stay here. Couple more breaths. Very good. One more breath. And then slowly press through the feet, hands go to the hips and come up into standing very slowly. Bend the knees and come back to the center. Okay. Now you can always have a gentle bend in the knees throughout this stretch so that you know that. So we can always do that. Also, whenever you're doing with the chair, the farther away you push the chair, the deeper stretch you feel. So if my chair is here, I'm not going to feel that much stretch. But if I start to move here, my back starts to stretch here. So you want to explore that, how it feels good, okay? So you can walk back from the chair to feel that stretch if you're using the chair. So we'll keep doing that again in our classes more, so you get more practice with that. Now let's take a complementary back bend. Feet are a little wide, hands on the hips. And let's pull the shoulders back, bend backwards, come back up. Once again, bend backwards, come back up, and one more time. Very good, and come back up. Again, keep your eyes open. Knees, relax the shoulders. Very good. That was nice standing poses. We did forward, backward bending, and also our balance. So let's do a little more thighs and hip work today. We're going to do our flow today. So flow is one breath, one movement. So we move between the two poses just to kind of bring that motion in the body, okay? So let's come into star and goddess flow. So let's come here with a wide stance. Now, when we talk about this star and goddess, the goddess pose is where we come into half squat, okay? So that's going to be a little work on the knees. So depending on how you feel good with the knees, you want to repeat it. If it feels too intense, you can stop the repetition and pause and maybe take a break and then do it again. Okay, let's bring our feet wide, heels in, toes out. Okay, and then bring my arms all the way up here. Okay, there. Now from here, this is 5-pointed star. So I like to twinkle my fingers. So twinkling star, right? But one of the way to do that is, that's just a fancy way of saying that, but I like to do that because I like to remind myself I want to stretch through all those fingers, because then I feel it into my forearms. So as if I'm reaching with each finger here. Shoulder is relaxed, arms reach out, no tension in the shoulders, okay? Back is nice and stretched here. So take a nice breath in here, inhale, and then as you exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Very good. Inhale, press and go up. Exhale. Very good. Inhale. Inhale. Slow movement at your own pace. Stretch up, exhale, bend. Very good. And doesn't have to be too intense. Nice. Goddess pose. Exhale. Moving meditation, moving breath. Exhale. Very good. Now, let's come into goddess, and those who wish to hold here, you can hold. Others can continue going up and down. If you want to try holding and see how this feels, we're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Very good. Nice. Stay here. Nice energy, everyone. Press through the feet. Slowly come up. And release. Very good. Release. Bring your legs closer and let's stomp your feet again. Okay, so that's a lot of energy into the legs, thighs, and the hip joint. If that feels good to you, we can keep doing that. Be mindful of your knees though, that's all. Now I want you to stay here, either eyes closed or open. And once again, notice the changes. My breathing is faster than before. My heartbeat is faster than before. I'm letting it slow down. Good. Now open your eyes and we're going to lower ourselves on the mat. So we're going to sit on the mat here. Very good. Lower coming down here. Again, you can sit on a blanket if you want. Stretching the legs out. Very good. Point and flex the toes. Very good. Now, let's reach our legs out. And then we start here where our back is relaxed. And then we start to walk our hands closer and see if we can sit taller. Okay, so I'm kind of stretching my back here. So again, pulling my shoulders, sit taller. And if you want to keep holding with the hands, or if you can bring your hands to the heart. The moment we let go of the hands, the back is doing all the hard work of sitting taller. Okay, that's strengthening the back. Stretch the spine as if your crown is trying to reach up, as if your hips are trying to reach into the mat. Very good. Chest is facing front. Stay here for a couple breaths. And then reach the arms up again. Stretch. Very good. Keep breathing. And then slowly release the arms. Now relax. Relax the palms behind, rest your back, and wiggle the legs. Point and flex. Very good. Now again, walk your hands closer. Come to a neutral position. We're going to do our half butterfly. Okay, so bring your, bend your knee, and then start to move up and down here. Okay, so just up and down. You can hold your knee with your hand if you want. Just up and down. Very good. Continue that. Couple more breaths. Very good. Half butterfly, okay? Now open the right knee outwards and release. Okay, let's do that on the other side. Left leg bends, left knee bends. And then again, I'm moving my knee up and down. One side might feel easier. One side might feel as if it's not moving much. And that's okay. Okay, just up and down. Good. Now I'm going to open my left knee and stay there. And then release. Okay. Release. Now from here, let's see if I can bend both the knees. Feet are pressing into each other this time. They're forming a nice bound angle. This is a bound angle pose. Okay, so closing those feet closer, bringing those feet closer, and then opening those knees wide. Now I'm going to hold either my ankles or my big toes, whichever feels good. If you can hold your big toes, interlacing the fingers. Okay, so I'm holding them closer. And then I'm going to start to open that knees out, up and down. Okay, going as far as it feels good. Up and down. Remember, this is not an easy stretch. So if it feels a lot of restriction there, go as much as you feel good. Okay. Now let's open the knees and stay here. Very good. Now some of us can stay here and you're already feeling a deep stretch. If you want to go a little further, you're going to hinge forwards. Okay, just hinging forward. So the more you bend forwards, the more it stretches the inner thighs. You also feel it into the back of your hips. Nice deep stretch. Good. Keep breathing. One more breath. And gently come up. Good. Hands to the knees. Slowly come up. Knees. Okay, good. Release here. Now let's come to the top of the mat. So I'm going to come here, show you sideways. We are going to lower ourselves on the back. Okay, so bring your arms parallel to the legs. Again, nice tall spine. So we're going to engage our abdominal muscles and start to lower very slowly. If this feels too intense, you can skip this part and just lie down on the back. Okay, so from here, slowly lower. Squeeze the legs in closer. Release the lower back, middle back, upper back, and the shoulders. Once I release here, let the arms go away from the body, let the legs go wide. Relax. Exhale out. Good. Now, gently bend the knees and bring the knees into the chest. Now, hold on to your knees, palms on the knees, and then rock side to side. Nice massage to the back. And this also gives you a little more insight how it feels on the right and left side. Sometimes I feel a little more tightness on one side. Notice how that feels when you rock side to side. Massage effect back. Very good. Come back to the center. Now, once you're here, bring your palms to the knees again, and then open the knees wide. This time, bring them closer. So right knee moves to the right, left knee moves to the left. Circular movements, okay? Very good. Open and bring it back. Open and bring it back. Very good. Nice. Next time, the knees come closer. Let's move it in the opposite direction, opposite circles. Very good. Nice. Come back to the center. Bring your knees into the chest. Hug the knees closer. Release the feet on the mat. Now, once you release the feet, let's walk our feet as wide as the mat. So they're wider, okay? Arms alongside of the shoulders. So we are stretching the arms in line with the shoulders. Palms are facing up, okay? Now, once I'm here, I'm going to start to drop the knees to the right side. Very good. And then turn the neck to the left. So coming into a spinal twist. Breathing. Good. Stay here. One more breath. And then gently bring yourself back to the center. Let's take it to the other side. Now lower the knees to the other side and then turn the neck to the opposite direction. Very good. Stay here. Breathe in. And then slowly bring yourself back to the center. The arms. And then walk your feet closer to each other and bring your knees into the chest. Very good. Now keep your knees closer to each other and keep pressing them closer to the body. We are going to take our wind-free pose, forming yourself into a small ball, okay? So as you exhale the next time, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Bring your nose closer to the knees. Breathe in. Wind-free pose. Apanasana. Keep 2 more breaths. And then gently lower head, neck, and shoulders and release the feet. That was wind-free pose. It works on your lower body, digestion, stretches the back, it works on your abdominal muscles. Now, if this wind-free pose feels too intense for your neck, you can do the same one without lifting the neck, just pressing the thighs into the abdomen. So you can always modify and avoid lifting the head, neck, and shoulders if you want to, okay? If you wanted to share that. Now, from here, let's come into a back bend. So let's walk our feet as close as possible to the hips. Very good. And then I'm going to show you an option. If you want to use the block, you can slide the block and come into a relaxing bridge where you're having a support and you're still feeling that back bend, okay? If you want to use the block. You can also use the block between the knees, okay? That helps you to keep your knees closer. Now, let's walk our heels closer to the hips, palms on the mat, feet are parallel. Press through the palms and feet, lift into bridge. This is a back bend, lifting the belly up, pressing the feet, pressing the palms into the mat. Depending on how far you feel good, keep reaching through the abdomen. You can keep a block under the bridge or squeeze the block in between the knees. Very good, stay here. Great pose for pelvic floor, for the lower back. Great pose for abdomen, thighs. Very good, also feel the shoulder stretch. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Very good. Press through the feet, lift a little more. Now, very slowly, we are going to start to lower the bridge, okay? So release the middle back, lower back, and the tailbone. If you have the block, release the block and lower the bridge. Remove the block between the knees if you have one. And again, notice the breath. Notice the changes. Exhale out completely. Once again, bring your knees into the chest and rock side to side. Very good. Come back to the center and rock side to side a couple times and then take your time. Very good. Once you release, feet are on the mat. Let's do a little ankle stretch before we go into our final pose. Let's reach our right leg up. You can hold behind the right knee. If you want to stretch that right leg up all the way, feel free to do that. Or you can bend the right knee and then focus on the ankle movement. The right toes are drawing a circle. Bigger circle each time. Now imagine you're tracing a clock, okay? 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 and 9. So big circles, you know, reach all the points. Very good. And then opposite direction, clockwise and anti-clockwise a few times. Very good. And then come back to the center, point and flex, point, flex. Once again, point and flex couple times. Very good. Now stop that movement, release that right foot. Okay, those ankle movements are really great for the feet issues, but they're also good for draining the venous blood right back to the heart. Let's take it to the other side. Now hold behind the left knee. If you feel good, you can even stretch the left leg out and do this, whichever feels good. Circular movements with the left toes. Okay, same movements on this side. Nice big circle tracing that clock. And you might feel that some movements are not happening, as it's like kind of restricting that movement, and that's okay. Just move as much as you can. Opposite direction, anti-clockwise. Very good. Now point and flex the toes. Point the toes. Point. Couple more times. Good. And then stop that movement and release. Very good. Both the feet. Feel some sensations after that ankle movement. Now bring your knees into the chest. Let's open into a happy baby pose. Okay, so holding the big toes, you can hold your ankles or even behind the knees. Open the legs wide and rock side to side. Okay, so just like babies do. You know, they hold the big toes and they keep rocking. It's a good massaging effect to the back again. And this kind of extends that massage to the upper back region. Triangular bones behind the shoulders. Doesn't matter where you reach. If you're holding your ankles or knees, behind the knees, you can still do the rocking. Good, happy baby pose. Good stretch for the shoulder and the hips. Now, continue to do that for a couple more breaths. And then when you feel ready, slowly release. Once again, bring your knees into the chest. Take a moment of gratitude for this practice. Grateful for this body with its wisdom, strength, patience, resilience it has shown over years, and be grateful for this practice to connect here. Slowly release the feet. And let's come into our final resting pose. So take our relaxation now for the next few minutes, guided relaxation. So you can come into any relaxing pose. So the traditional relaxing pose is Shavasana, where we lie down on the back, legs are wide, arms are away from the body, palms are facing up. You can have a rolled blanket under the knees or a pillow under the knees that helps you to support the lower back region. You can have a small blanket as a pillow for your head. Whichever way you want to lie down, let the whole body relax. If lying down on the back doesn't feel good, you can always have the option of bending the knees. Feet go wide, knees come closer. Shoulder and arms are still relaxed. Now close your eyes. Find a comfortable, relaxing pose. And let's start to release everything here. What do you mean when you say release everything? Take a quick scan of your body through the mental awareness. Is there any parts which are calling your attention? Is there any part which are getting tighter and not releasing itself? And if you feel any shoulder, lower back region, or any parts are getting tighter, bring some wiggles to those parts, some movements, and let them release. Relax completely. Close your eyes. Let the gravity be the only force acting on the body. Let the whole body relax. Complete release. Relaxation. Move to our quick relaxation technique where we bring our focus to our breathing. As you relax after the practice, Notice your breath. Inhales and exhales. Moving in a pattern. Now bring your awareness to the belly button and notice that your abdomen moves up and down with the breath. Gentle rhythmic up and down movement with the breathing. The abdomen rises as you inhale and it sinks a little more towards the spine as you exhale. Continue to observe this abdominal breath for 5 counts. Belly rises as you inhale, as you exhale, it sinks. Now notice if you can slow down the breathing. And if you can stretch out the exhale a little longer. Longer the exhales, calmer the mind, and more relaxed in the body. As you slow down the breathing, notice if there is a pause between the breaths. There's no rush to take the next breath, just breathing in, feeling the fullness, and then exhaling out, feeling the emptiness. And notice those tiny pauses without holding the breath. Never hold the breath. Just observe the pause. Slower the breath, calmer the mind. Start to find a little blankness in those pauses. An empty space. A space where you find answers, possibilities, perspectives. Let the whole body relax. That space all holds calm, silence. Let the whole body relax. The whole body. The whole body. Just stay in this peace and relaxation without disturbing the state of mind, without opening the eyes. Let's bring gentle movements to the fingers and toes, starting to become aware of the physical body, the presence, around you. Whenever you feel ready, slowly bending the knees, and then hugging the knees into the chest. Rocking side to side. Also welcoming any other movement, which is stretching the arms, awakening all the body parts. Once you rock a couple times, slowly roll to the right side. Pick a pillow of the right arm, just like you would roll in your bed. Let's stay there for a couple of breaths. And then slowly come up into a seated pose. Coming into a comfortable seat. Close your eyes. Couple shoulder rolls, just to loosen the shoulders. The neck turns side to side or up and down. Good, and then bring your hands to the heart. Let this practice, let the benefits walk with you beyond this mat. Bringing your hands to the third eye, healing thoughts. Hands to the lips, healing words, and hands to the heart, healing intentions. It was an honor to guide you all in the practice. The light in me salutes the light present in each of you. Namaste.